Well, good afternoon. Today we're working on a 2014 Silverado, and it's here for a couple of problems. And one of the issues is occasionally the driver's side temperature is incorrect. It'll blow warm or colder air on the driver's side than what the temperature setting on the dash. Now this is dual zone AC. It has an active fault code, or it had an active fault code in it. We'll have a look at that. So here is the code that was in there, a B0413 main temperature control feedback circuit short, the battery or open. Doing some research on it, it's probably the mode door actuator, or the temp door actuator on the left side, and that concurs with his complaint. So we're going to have a look at some data here, and I'm going to command the right side temperature door back and forth using the bidirectional controls in the snap-on scanner here. Going to pick the right data list though, they got that wrong. So we need HVAC door positions and right temperature door counts and right temperature door, where is it? Right temperature door counts. Desired, and so I'm going to go to, it's in full code, cold now with 81 counts. I'm going to go to full hot and it goes to 930, and you can see the door is moving, and it moved pretty quick. So desired and actual counts follow. So we're going to try the same test with the left temperature door, which is the one that's acting up and setting the code. And again, the wrong data list. HVAC doors and left temperature door desired and left temperature door position. So right off the bat you see the desired position is 321 and the actual position is 462. Let's go to hot. It appears to move but not very linearly. And let's go to cold. See, it doesn't, it should go to like 80 counts as well. It seems to stop. 958, 321. I wonder if we should try a relearn on this. If there is that, in fact, that capability here. Module setup, actuator recalibration. After replacing one or more actuators, may take up to 40 seconds. Place the transmission to start the engine. Select calibrate. So I'm going to start the engine. Okay. Start the engine. Select calibrate on the following screen. I didn't get a select calibrate on the following screen. I suspect it's going to need the temperature door actuator for the left side. I'm not sure what's involved in changing that. Well, I'll pick up when we get to the end here. Okay, so it says the procedure is complete. Cycle ignition to verify there are no current fault codes. So I'm going to shut it off, turn the key back on. Okay, let's go check and see if, oops, went too far. Display codes, if this code came back. Yes, it did come back. So it's looking like we got a problem with that left door actuator. Either it's mechanically failed. Oh, change list again. Desired left door position is 53. Left door counts is 173. And it should be on max cold. So it commands it to 960. So it appears to go there. It's like it's not responding. Desired is 53 and actual is 200, 190, 200 jumping around. Let's try again. It also drops out right here, as you can see. So it goes to full hot by the looks of it, but doesn't respond to full cold. Okay, we're going to order up an actuator. So that particular actuator lives up on top right here. You gain access to it by removing both glove boxes. The lower glove box has 2 screws on the bottom and 2 screws on the top, T15. Take that off. Then the upper glove box has 2 screws up top, and that comes off. Once you got that off, then there's a module behind here, right up here with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs in it. Unplug all of those, remove the 2 7mm screws, one there and one over here and one up here, and that module should come down. Then I believe there's a second control module up in the way that we have to get to, because we have to actually reach up and behind this dash reinforcement to get at that actuator. So the module actually is clipped in, so you can release it by pushing up on this clip, and then the modules, this human machine interface module, just slides out. Then once you take the 3 screws off that hold this bracket, you can twist it out of there by turning it counterclockwise and then backwards and out. So that's given us a little bit more room up there. Now there's a second control module up here that we have to get out of the way as well. So there's a second module, and this bracket sits like this over top of it. I was able to reach in there and kind of pull it forward and unlatch it from the clips, and then it comes off. So once you can get at that, I don't know if we're going to be able to see up in there. You can see I've got 1 connector. I think there's 3 connectors on that module, 3 or 4. There are actually 4 connectors, and you can't unplug them until you take this clip off. This clip sits over top of the connectors, and these 2 can't get at, this one you can't reach. Then the module just comes out of there. I'm not sure what that is, but regardless, something to do with the controls. Now we should be able to reach up in here now. I can put my hand on that actuator. I can reach right up in there and put my hand on that actuator. Let's see if I can undo the connector on it. There's paper over top of it. Connector. There's only 2 screws that hold it down, but I think they're T15s. Why they wouldn't use a 7mm screw. One you can see right here, where my thumb is, and the other one is diagonally behind it. So I'm going to get in there with a little Torx bit, like this, and a little stubby ratchet. So you can see I got the stubby ratchet on that front screw. I got the back one out. Careful not to drop it down. I'm using a gearless stubby ratchet, 1/4-inch drive. And there's a harness there that's kind of in the way too. You can get your fingers on the screws. There, that's that one. Now don't drop it. Bring it out. See, that's the little ratchet I'm using, and they're T15s. Now we're trying to unplug the connector. There, it's out. Once you get it unbolted, you can turn it and release the clip with your fingers and fish it out of there. So basically the installation is the reverse of the removal. So we're waiting for the new one to show up. So while you're in here, you might as well take the opportunity to replace or at least inspect the cabin filter. I pulled the cover off and looked at this one, and it's like brand new. So we're going to put it back. But if you're there at this point now, you might as well change that or at least re-inspect it. On another note, I had one of these a few days ago where the customer had it into the local dealership for an oil change, and when he went to pick up his vehicle, his display was dead. And I did some research, and it finds out that either this green connector or this blue connector, if it's disturbed, and you can see they're USB type connectors, which are significantly unreliable, can cause a loss of video transmission from the HMI module to the dash display. So really, that's what happened. They went in to check the cabin filter and just touched this connector and disturbed it. And all I did was unplug it and plug it back in. I'm going to put some Stabilitin 22A on these terminals to hopefully prevent that from occurring. So there's the actuator part number from General Motors. It's actually cheaper to buy it from the dealer than it is aftermarket, or it's very close to the same price anyways. So we're going to go ahead and put this in, basically the reverse of removal. Okay, so we got it back together. We're going to do a network code clear, first of all, because I had several modules disconnected. So we're going to do a network code clear and then go into the HVAC controls and do a relearn or recalibrate. Should be more than that. HVAC, not HVAC controls. Let's see if there's any codes in there now. No codes present. Functional tests. No. Module setup. Actuator recalibration. Okay, so this takes about 40 seconds. Okay, so it says the procedure is complete. Let's first of all look at the position and see if the two actuators, or if the desired and actual position agree. Desired left counts 767. Desired left is 61. So that's way better than it was. Okay, so we're going to go into functional tests, left door actuator direction, change the list again to the door list. Left door, desired left temperature door position counts. Left temperature door counts. It's in cold right now. Let's go to hot. So it commands it to 954. Went to 948. Commanded to cold. And it went down to 61 and it's commanded 67. So it's working fine now. I'm going to save this recording. We'll call this one fixed. Thanks for watching.